Alrighty guys, what's up? This is your boy Miguel coming at you. I'm just doing my prediction videos. This is a little bit late, so we're already on, the fight pass. Drew Dober's already knocked out Josh Berkman at, round 1, 304. Jared Brooks defeated Eric Shelton in his UFC debut by split decision. So, right now, Alexandra Albu and Kaylee Curran's fighting. Curran, her cousins, Jeff Curran, I believe is her cousin. Great trainer up in Illinois. I want to say Crystal Lakes. Good camp. But, Alexandra Albu, she's the real deal. Girl has some skills. Those Russians, they always come to fight. They're badass. I'll take Alexandra Albu, and hopefully after I upload this, I'm not wrong. But get into the prelim card on FX. It's not going to be on Fox Sports 1, FX. So, first fight, we got Andre Touchy-Feely versus Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar, I think that's his name. But I think, I don't really know much about this guy. Andre Feely, he's, those Hawaiians, they come to scrap all the time. They're great fighters. I think that, I'm not sure what this Kattar guy brings to the table, but if Feely, if he fights like he did in his last fight, let's go ahead, let's get on my computer. Let's see who he fought last. So, he keeps alternating losses. He's been winning, losing. So, hopefully he can break that streak and win 2 in a row now and get a win streak. Came in, knocked out Jeremy Larson in his UFC debut, but missed weight. Lost to Max Holloway on his first, pay-per-view promotion by guillotine. Then beat Felipe Aranch. Then lost to Pepedo Gofredo Pepe, Brazilian. Pepedo. Yeah. So, he lost by flying triangle. That was a nice flying triangle, by the way. And then he beat Gabriel Benitez, got a performance of the night with Tough Latin America 2, Magny versus Gastelum, knocked him out with a head kick. Then, wow, that next fight, Yair Rodriguez just knocked him out cold with that flying head kick. That unorthodox Taekwondo just really messed him up. Then he beat Hakran Diaz at Lineker versus Dodson October last year, so been about 8 months since he last fought. He's probably been working on his game. So we'll see what happened. I know he's supposed to fight Doo Ho Choi, but Choi just lost. I think Choi would have knocked his ass out. That's just me, though. Choi's really game, especially after that battle that he just did with Cub Swanson. Man, that was a great fight. Fight of the year candidate right there. So that's what I got. Andre Touchy-Feely in that. So, Brian Ortega and Renato Moicano. I like Brian Ortega. Trains out of, the Gracies. Real cool with the Diaz brothers. Really great jiu-jitsu. He's fighting another, really good Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. This guy's undefeated as well. So, somebody's though has to go up here in the UFC and overall. So, this guy, he's really, really good. Seems like he has really good stand-up. But this guy has a lot of, decision victories to his name. 5 decisions, 6 decisions, 5 submissions, no knockouts. I like Ortega in this, man. I think Ortega's very, very tricky. I like him, so I'll go with Ortega. Next, we have Aljamain Sterling and Renan Barao. They're doing a catch weight at 140. So I like Barao, but I think that maybe Sterling is a little bit stronger wrestler. Barao has a little bit of problems. He kind of hits hard. Reminds me of like somewhat of a skinnier, smaller John Jones. Not as, he's really athletic, not as athletic. Doesn't use his reach as well as Jones, but, still very game opponent. Lost to Brian Caraway, But, if Barao can come back in this fight, he can make it a dirty fight. Use his tricky strike, and I think he has a chance. But Sterling is going to have to probably stay off the ground with this guy, especially if he gets caught up in the guard. He's going to have to get up on top. But Barao has really good takedown defense. Let's not forget about that. So, I got Sterling, but I'm not going to sleep on, I'm not sleeping on Barao. So next we have Ricardo Lamas versus, Jason Knight. Jason Knight had that really good knockout against Chad Skelly. Chad Skelly's game, but Jason Knight took it to him that fight. He was the better man. Gave him all he could handle in the third round. Chad Skelly, he couldn't take anymore. I got Ricardo Lamas. Ricardo Lamas is a really great wrestler, great black belt, has really good stand-up, but like I said, Jason Knight is definitely game. So I'm going to go Ricardo Lamas by submission. Main card, we have Jimmy Manuwa versus Volkan Ozdemir. Ozdemir. I can't say his name's Russian. I tried. But I like Jimmy Manuwa in this fight. He's a great knockout artist. Most of his fights have come by, all but one of his wins have come by decision. Well, he's knocked out everyone basically. He's a finisher. Jan Blachowicz is the only fight that he really, went the distance with. Everyone else he knocked out. Yeah, he's been knocked off by Gustafsson and Johnson, but those are really great guys. But other than that, this guy's a real legit contender in the UFC light heavyweight division. Let's see with the Russian. Well, sorry, he's Swiss. Excuse me. Thought he was Russian. Forgive me. This guy was a professional kickboxer. He has one loss. He lost to Kelly Anderson in Bellator. But, this guy beat OSP Misha Serkinov. I remember that fight. Instant contender, man. This guy has a chance, man. He really does. He's a finisher as well. He has 10 knockouts, 1 submission, 3 decisions. It's a toss-up. I like Jimmy Manuwa. Jimmy Manuwa's good, so I'll go with Jimmy Manuwa. Now, this is fight of the night right here, written all over it. Robbie Lawler and Donald Cerrone. Lawler's left-handed. I think Lawler's going to give him problems, especially with that boxing. Cerrone's game, as you know, Cerrone's a very slow starter, but he can't be doing that against Robbie Lawler. Lawler's going to finish him quick, especially if he decides to go to the body. He's coming off that bad knockout, Robbie Lawler is, against Tyron Woodley. Woodley's been fighting. He's fighting tonight, so this will be his 3rd fight, and this is, Robbie Lawler's first fight back. He left ATT, so, we'll see how he is coming back off of that loss, but I think he's going to pull it together. Cerrone, he's had a good run, 170. He's still good, but I don't think that he's going to beat Lawler. He might be able to hang in there, but Lawler's going to be way too much. But I say that if Cerrone can take him down, Cerrone definitely will finish Lawler on the ground. Open up with some punches and use some jiu-jitsu. Robbie Lawler's not as good on the ground like that, but Robbie does have good wrestling. He does have a good wrestling background. He doesn't really use it a lot, but he has really good takedown defense. So we'll see what happens. Cerrone's very tricky, but Cerrone's going to have to keep his hands up, because if he decides to drop his hands like he does a lot of times versus these guys, Lawler's going to hit him. Lawler's going to hit him really hard. So I'm going to get Lawler. I'm going to go with Lawler by decision. I don't think he finishes Cerrone, but I got Lawler by decision. Next, women's featherweight, Cyborg and Tanya Evinger. Evinger, she also came from Bellator. She's a gamer. God, she's a great fighter. On a real win streak. How many fights? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fight win streak. She's former Invicta, bantamweight champion. Last lost to Sarah McMahon back in 2011, so she's fucking game. Now, that being said, Chris Cyborg is a fucking monster. I got Chris Cyborg knocking her out by round 3. It's going to be a tough fight, but I got Chris Cyborg winning the belt, the vacant belt that Jermaine Durandamy was scared to fight for. I think either of these two would have beat Jermaine Durandamy, but Christine Cyborg, let's go Cyborg. Next, we got Maya versus Tyron Woodley. This is an easy pick for me. I got Tyron Woodley. I love Damian Maya. No disrespect to him. He's very, very good at jiu-jitsu. 4th degree black belt under Jacare Cavalcanti, who I train under, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu. But, it's just going to be... It's not going to be good for Damian Maya. Damian Maya is going to have to take him down. Damian's not going to take Tyron Woodley down. Very few people have actually been able to take him down. He's so athletic, so strong, so explosive. He has those, really big thighs. He has trunks, for legs, and he explodes. And the way he hits people hard. The way he knocked out Lawler and the way he knocked out Josh Koscheck, damn. He has some knockout power. So I definitely, Tyron Woodley's going to win this by knockout, 2nd round. Next, we got Cormier and Jones in the main event. Okay, So John Jones is trying to come back and prove that he's, you know, that he's legit. He's trying to win his belt back after getting it stripped from him, after getting the inaugural interim belt when he fought OSP. I thought he looked like shit fighting him. So if that John Jones shows up, Cormier is going to whoop his ass. On the other hand, Daniel Cormier does have a loss to Jones. He is a former Olympian. He does have a lot to prove. He is on a good winning streak, but I think he's definitely going to have to show that he's going to have to beat Jones. You know, this will really cement him. I don't think that he's like a lot of these guys saying that, oh yeah, you know, he's a paper champ. No, DC is a legit champ. So you can't sit here and write DC off. This guy is really, really good. But like I said, he's fighting Jones. So he's going to have to take Jones out, who's considered the best light heavyweight ever. So if he can beat Jones, DC can basically say he's the best in the world. And not to say he's a paper champ, because he's not. And all you fake fans that are sitting there saying, well, DC's a paper champ, he hasn't beat Jones. Jones lost his fucking belt because Jones wanted to do coke, and Jones wanted to be a party animal, and Jones wanted to do all kind of stupid shit, live the thug life. So don't blame Daniel Cormier for Jones's mistakes. But yeah, so I'm going to go with Daniel Cormier. No one's picking him to win. Fuck it. I'll go with Daniel Cormier. I may be wrong. I don't care, but I want DC to beat Jones. You know, Jones has a lot of growing to do. Hopefully he's grown up. Hopefully he's learned from his mistake and he can get his shit together. You know, so, you know, we'll see what happens. I hope you like this, and I will be making my reaction videos as usual and my post-fight analysis. So stay tuned, and I'm out.